is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 18. For the time is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hasteth the vision to come, which thou hast seen. 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 18. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakha Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Haran coming back at you with another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and today is November the 16th, all right, 2022, the year where Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai turns up. All right, and I have an article here that I wanted to go into, okay, and I'm going to see if I can grab a couple more precepts, all right, and we're going to close it out. But basically, all right, on the day, November 16th, all right, in the year 2022 AD, okay, with about a month and a half, all right, left to go in the so-called calendar year of 2022. Okay, we've seen a lot of things, okay, that has transpired over the past, I'll say, year, okay, that's leading to the end time prophecies, okay, the two main prophecies that we've been waiting for, being the Motb, all right, being mandated throughout the whole entire world, okay, as when we say mandated, it means that it's going to be the next standard form of payment, okay, going into the global, all right, standard form of payment where, you know, people are going to be required to have a certain type of access, okay, in order to partake in the day-to-day activities that goes on that we're so-called used to. Okay, we're talking about having a job, working, okay, traveling, transportation, okay, your ability to make any transactions, all right, your identification, as a human being, okay, because nowadays everything we do is what? ID. Okay, you need to be identified. Even if you have a bank, you need to have two forms of ID. You're going for a job interview, they need to have ID. You go to the DMV as ID. Everywhere you go, you need to be identified. Okay, so now they're building some type of technology or infrastructure, all right, that will be included, all right, with people's ID, but this time it's going to be your unique form of identification. Okay, that's where you start seeing things like biometrics. Okay, and biometrics can only be properly measured, okay, if you have a device implanted inside of you, okay, which will be able to calculate everything that goes on inside of your human body. Okay, hence, by you giving them access to your body, they give you access to their world. Okay, they give you access to their so-called New World Order, which is the whole transhumanism agenda. Okay, give us access to your body so that we can give you access to our world, our meta world. If you don't give us access to your body, then you have no use in this world. You can't connect to this world. Okay, and now they're taking steps in order to get the people to a point where it will be easier, okay, to coerce them into giving up their sovereignty, giving up their bodies, giving permission for these elites to administer the Motb, okay, to fulfill biblical prophecy. Okay, and one of the tactics they're using is what we're about to read right now. All right, it says household debt soars at fastest pace in 15 years as credit card use surges, Fed report says. Okay, it says I'm gonna read a few of these key points here. All right, it says households increase debt at the fastest pace in 15 years due to hefty increases in credit card usage and mortgage balances. All right, because a lot of people over the past 2 years have lost jobs, you've lost businesses. Okay, and with inflation going on, okay, life has become much more complex, much more harder, okay, on the average day-to-day person. Okay, there's this guy, Southern Prepper 1. All right, a few months ago, I used to go into his videos and I'll be doing lives on that, Lord willing, the spirit hit me back, I'll be able to, go back into that. But, if you subscribe to his page, all right, he brings out, I think on a daily basis, he reads all these emails that he gets from regular people around the country. Okay. And they go into the things that we've been talking about that's going to be happening in terms of biblical prophecy. All right. Where we highlight the pain and suffering that people got to go through. Okay. The time of tribulation, the time of trouble. All right. That everybody's going to have to go through. Okay. And only the elect are going to make it out. All right. And people are already suffering that. America's suffrage is happening. Americans are suffering. Okay. And they're going to run to Egypt for help. All right. And then that's when they're going to meet their destruction. Okay. Just like you saw that over the past year with all these people that ran to Egypt for help, trusting the signs, trusting their experts. Okay. They got some more coming. All right. This thing is not over. They have, all right, they're putting things in place for the next showdown. And we're going to see how that plays out. All right. It says the credit card balance collectively rose more than 15% from the same period in 2021, the largest annual jump in more than 20 years, according to New York Fed. The increase stems from a combination of robust consumer demand and higher prices, a Fed official said. So they pushing the whole, this is all happening because of higher consumer demand. Consumers are looking for stuff. They're not getting what they want. And there's also higher prices. So that's why the economy is looking the way it is. Come on, bro. It says households increased debt during the third quarter in the fastest pace in 15 years due to hefty increases in credit card usage and mortgage balances, the Federal Reserve reported Tuesday. Total debt jumped by $351 billion for the July to September period, the largest nominal quarterly increase since 2007, bringing the collective household IOU in the U.S. to a fresh record $16.5 trillion. That's an increase of 2.2%. Yo. That's an increase of 2.2% from the previous quarter and 8.3% from a year ago. Wow. The increase follows a $310 billion jump in the second quarter and represents a $1.27 trillion annual increase. Damn. This place is done. Okay. Laden with what? Thick clay. Okay. It says debt has surged over the past year due to inflation running near its highest pace in more than 40 years and amid rising interest rates and strong consumer demand. Okay. That means what? When you have strong consumer demand and those demands are not being met, that is considered a scarcity. Okay, scarcity or famine. All right, that is what's happening. Strong consumer demand. Consumer demand on what? A lot of grocery stores that you go into nowadays, what's happening? You're starting to see a shortage in goods. Okay, and there was an economist who was saying that within the next 2 weeks or so, right around so-called Thanksgiving, all right, into so-called Black Friday, all right, you're going to be seeing a lot of empty shelves out here in the Northeast area. Okay. And then, on top of that, all right, you got this whole, the weather situation. So you got the natural elements that you got to worry about. You got winter coming up. All right. Up here in the Northeast. Okay. Especially upstate. Okay. We had some snow yesterday. Now it wasn't too crazy, but again, it was just a showing, because a few days prior to that, it was 70 degrees, nice warm weather. And then the very next day it dropped to 37, 35. And then we had a snowy night, and then the next day is just snow, is just rain. I mean, there's a whole lot of shit going on, man. All right. Out there in Brooklyn, Okay, I'm just naming a few things that's going on that we got to all pay attention to, because these all are gonna add up. Okay, out there in Brooklyn, they setting up these 5G towers, and the residents are saying that they keep hearing this sound. All right, the brother Mwanga Bar, posted a video going into that. All right, which I believe the Elder Inup had put a nice little compilation. I watched that video. Beautiful video, man. Very, very edifying, insightful. Okay, showing you what these devils are always up to, man. All right. So everything that they're doing, all right, is for a reason. They always study these things for a wicked outcome. All right, some type of destructive outcome, because that's who they are, the son of perdition. Okay. So don't be tricked by gas prices going up, rent going up, energy, what they say, energy crisis, energy, people using heat and all these different things, gas and all that is all going up. Okay. And guess what's also going to go up? Unemployment is also going to go up. Okay. That whole concept of zero carbon, this is what it's all about. Okay. Now they're going to do this thing where a lot of people are about to lose jobs. This is how the social credit system gets set up. Okay. In order for you to get a job and work for the state and do what you're told, all right, you have to be a good citizen. And being a good citizen is another part of being a good citizen when the time comes is taking the Motb. That's the ultimate form of being a good citizen. Worshiping that beast, man. All right. It says the biggest contributors to that debt load came from mortgage balances, which rose $1 trillion from a year ago to $11.7 trillion, and credit card debt, which climbed to $930 billion. Damn, bro. Oh my goodness, man. How do you get out of this? All these young people, all right, that Biden tricked them thinking that they were going to get off with the whole student loans. All right. How are they going to be able to fight all this? You got everybody doing retail jobs, a lot of them, they didn't even, what are they studying? What are they learning in school that's going to help them go through all this shit? Nothing. All they teach them is sensitivity shit. How to get in touch in your feelings. How to get upset about every little thing that you don't like. That's what they teach these people. This new generation, the hell that's about to hit this place, they're not going to be able to handle this, man. Look at all this debt. All this debt, man. The biggest contributors to that debt load came from mortgage balances, which rose $1 trillion from a year ago to $11.7 trillion. Damn. And credit card debt, which climbed to $930 billion. So people are in trouble. The whole IRS situation, these numbers is why they set up that whole IRS unit that's going to be going around house to house, door to door, and getting in people's pockets, arresting people, and so on and so forth, man. All these numbers, they know people are not going to be able to pay these things. Look how much debt. And credit cards alone. Man, it says the credit card balance collectively rose more than 15% from the same period in 2021, the largest annual jump in more than 20 years, according to New York Fed, which released the report. The increase towers over the last 18 years of data, a group of Fed researchers said in a blog post on the central bank site. Okay, central bank digital currency. It says, quote, credit card, mortgage, and auto loan balances continue to increase in the third quarter of 2022, reflecting a combination of robust consumer demand and higher prices, end quote, said Dan-Hoon Lee, economic research advisor at the New York Fed. You see? So, you're going to have a lot more people. The whole mortgage situation, guess what? You can't pay your mortgage. The banks are going to come take that house. And you're going to be evicted. That's going to be a problem. Guess where they're going to have you going? C camps, baby. Your auto loans. A lot of people are going to be losing their cars. They're going to be getting repoed because you can't keep up with your payments. Okay? Your credit card payments. Now that a lot of people are going to be losing jobs, they're going to hop on to using their credit cards. And that's also going to keep on increasing their debt. Okay. So it's going to be a lot of 2023 is going to be a painful year, man. All right. And a lot of people are not ready for that. They're not ready. They're not doing the things that they need to do in order to be prepared for what's coming. Okay. And that includes these so-called Christians, man. All right. It says, quote, however, new mortgage originations have slowed to pre-pandemic levels amid rising interest rates, end quote. New York Fed researchers attributed the credit card growth to very robust consumption, rising prices, and consumers using substantial levels of savings that remain on accounts. This whole shit they're doing is to let people burn out their savings, man. Okay? It says, along with the rise in balances has come an increase in delinquencies. However, while delinquency rates are rising, they remain low by historical standards and suggest consumers are managing their finances through the period of increasing prices, the researchers wrote. It says elsewhere in the report, the Fed said auto loan balances edged higher to $1.52 trillion, while student loan debt nudged lower to $1.57 trillion. Damn. These people making a lot of money off of everybody, man. Look at all this debt. And this is on interest too. They'll charge you interest on that. Student loans have interest. Okay? When you take out a loan, there's interest on that. Student loan debt is the lowest since the second quarter of 2021 amid an extended period of forbearance and the Biden administration's efforts to forgive some education loan debt. All right, and that forbearance thing, they say is about to be over soon. Okay? Auto loan debt, while posting only a slight increase on a quarterly basis, is up 5.6% from a year ago. All right, so that's definitely gonna keep going up. All right, that whole auto loan debt. A lot of cars are about to start getting repoed. Legit. I saw a video about a week ago, and there's this guy who works in a car dealership, and he was saying it. You know, he said, "Man, there's a lot of repo going on." All right, I might see if I can put that in the video. All right, but it's getting crazy out here, man. It's getting real every single day. All right, and you got people just acting like everything is normal. Man, boy. It says mortgage balances continue to grind higher amid a sharp increase in interest rates that has seen 30-year mortgages loan rates hover around 7%. Total debt climbed even though originations fell sharply, dropping nearly 17% to $633 billion. Yo. It says foreclosures remained low even as a pandemic-related moratorium expired. Student loan delinquent rates remained around 4%. All right, and I think that's it on this article. All right, but again, like I said, when like the scriptures say, okay, and we're just bringing out what the scriptures say. All right, that this is the times of trouble, specifically Jacob's trouble, and I'm gonna get that. Okay, there's a book of Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, that he is talking about who? The elect. Okay, the elect that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai has reserved unto himself. Okay, to be what? To be delivered. Okay, to be delivered, man. All right, I'm going to jump down to verse 10. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 10. It says, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob. Okay, Jacob is what? The 12 tribes of Israel. Now don't fear all these things that's coming to pass, man. All right, if you truly believe on Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, all right, you will be protected. You will be saved. Okay, if you truly believe on the names Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, and if you're an Israelite, you will be delivered, man. Why? Because that name is only given unto the elect. And the elect are the only ones that the Lord is coming to deliver. Okay? And these times that we're going into, the things that I just read, going into the debt, all right, that a lot of people are going into, we all have some type of form of debt, some way, somehow. Okay? because that's just how the system is based. It's based on debt. It's a whole system on debt. Okay, that is why when you work your back off, all right, but yet you're paying taxes. You're paying taxes, man. They take the shit out your paycheck. You know, it's ridiculous, man. But this is the world we living in. You know, you always owe something. All right, but this time they say you you own nothing and you'll be happy. Okay, so they're about to take everything away from people. That's where the trouble comes. And when I say they, I'm talking about the people, starting off with the people from the World Economic Forum and their agendas. Okay, gotta look into that and see what's going on. All right, but this is what the Lord is saying to the elect. Jeremiah 30 verse 10 says, "Therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity." All right, and this is the land of our captivity. All right, America. Okay, bitterness, the land of bitterness. Okay, and Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Okay, and that's talking about when we get, all right, back instituted back into our land. Okay, and ultimately taking over the whole entire earth. All right, and ruling in righteousness. Okay, just like in the time of King Solomon when he was ruling. All right, scriptures tell you that what there was peace. All right, the Most High, all right, put all these nations, all right, in subjection unto Israel, and there was peace, man. That's the same thing that's about to happen very soon. Okay, there's a book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 47 and verse 22. It says, "But the Lord will never leave off his mercy, neither shall any of his work perish, neither will he abolish the posterity of his elect. And the seed of him that loveth him he will not take away. Wherefore he gave a remnant unto Jacob, and out of him a root unto David." Okay? Out of him a root unto David. And that root, all right, is talking about who? Yahushua. Okay? And through him, the elect, all right, the remnant of Jacob are delivered. Okay? Through him, through that Yahushua Hamashiach. Okay? So, hey, man, all these things that's going on, all these things that are yet to happen, all right, the Lord himself said, if we keep our patience, all right, and maintain our faith in him, we will be protected. We'll be good. Okay? So the temptation is coming, but we're going to be all right. We will pass. Okay? Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, or the whole world, all right, to try them that dwell upon the earth." Okay? So that temptation, that hour of temptation is coming. It's fast approaching. Okay? It's fast approaching, man. All right? And as you saw, all right, or you might be able to, you know, as the video is done, I'll put that in the post edits, all right, which you're about to see very, very soon. All right, is the Motb. Okay? They already setting it up. They got the something known as the bank chip. All right? So this thing is here. Okay, this thing is here. They got New York. They said what? New York City. They got some banks out there in New York City that's about to start a 12-week pilot for the CBDC. Okay, so they about to set the trial. The trials are about to get going. That's why down in Brooklyn they're already putting the 5Gs out there. All right, because that's what this thing is going to be running on. Okay, they're saying seamless and fast paced and all that. 5G is what's going to drive that Motb beast system, man. Okay, so hey, man, we paying attention. All right, we're paying attention. All right, we're seeing what's going on geopolitically as well. All right, they're saying that there was Russia had shot off a couple of missiles that hit killed two people in Poland or whatever, you know. And then later on, they came out. When it happened, Ukrainian president, so-called President Zelensky, said that, oh no, we just found out that Russia just hit some bombs out here. And then later on, they came out and said, oh no, Poland just found out that it was actually Ukrainian defense, whatever, blah blah blah. So it's just a whole lot of BS going on. But guess what? Ultimately, Yahweh Shemi Shai is stirring up what? He mustereth the hosts to battle. Okay, so he's setting things up. You gotta pay attention to Israel, gotta pay attention to Iran, okay? But gotta pay attention to Russia, how they gonna respond, how NATO's gonna respond. They've been talking about Article 5 and so on and so forth. Okay. So hey man, things are steaming and things are brewing. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai. So we're gonna keep watching. All right, but we know with all these things coming pertain to what the Apostle Paul said. All right, that we are at the end, man. We're closer. All right, the end is closer than when we believed. Okay, let me see if I can pull that up. Okay, in the book of Romans. All right, chapter 13 and verse 11, it says, "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep." Okay, and sleep means what? You're being ignorant to the prophecies. Okay, you're docile. You're not being proactive. You're not being hot for this thing. Okay, you're not paying attention. You're just chilling. You're just going along with the flow of the deception of this world. Okay, because this world is in a daze right now. They dazed and confused. They're about to get rocked and they don't even know. Scripture says, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Right now, these people are chilling. You got people going to parties, people planning vacations. People are having a good old time. Meanwhile, everything, when you're paying attention, everything is going downhill. Okay? So it says, well, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Okay? So man, we're entering into some beautiful times. Okay, for those who are watching, we know what's going on. All right, we know what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it off there. Lord willing, you've been edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Bakakodash, the water Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.